Welcome back to another episode from the Ring to the Mic. I am your host, Lisa Lozano with Global Fight Talk. Friday, November 1st, Combate Americas is going to be arriving in Dallas, Texas for the first time. They're going to be bringing you live MMA action, and they're actually calling it Dia de los Muertos. And one of the fighters that's going to be on that show is none other than Victor Reyna. Victor, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, listen, you're fighting November 1st. You just came off fighting on the Contender Series show, and that was a short minute fight for you. And this fight for you, it's important because you got to get that win back, right?
Exactly. I gotta make a statement that if I get a full camp, that I can hang with the best in the world.
Right. And let's talk about your experience first before we talk about your fight on November 1st against Nick Gay. That's who you're going to be taking on. Mm-hmm. This was a short-minute fight. Did you have to cut weight?
I kept myself pretty lean even before I found out about the fight. So, yeah, I'm cutting weight, but I'm not cutting as much as I had to for my last fight. Like my weight this morning I was only 9 pounds off, so I'm doing pretty good on that part. So it won't.
And you're fighting at 170.
Yeah.
170. Okay. What was the experience like on the Contender Series? Something totally different than anything else? I mean, other than it's a very small gathering, only people, your friends and family can come and watch, but how was the experience like knowing that Dana White was there, the matchmakers? Is there more added pressure for something like that because you're trying to get into one of the biggest promotions?
There was a little added, but it was one of those I just kind of had to look past that and just realize that, hey, they're there to see me fight, so that's what I went in there to do. Going in, I mean, I knew I was going to have a rough weight cut, and even after how the weight cut went down, I was like, screw it, the best thing I can do right now is just put on the best fight I could. So that was my intention, to just go in there and fight my butt off and do just perform it to the best of my abilities that I could.
Right.
It was a great experience. It was so quiet in there that kind of threw me off a little bit because I could hear everything. But the UFC and Dana White Contender Series, they treat the fighters great. It was a great experience. I look forward to doing it again if I have to, or if not, I look forward to just getting in there with the best one day.
You've been training for for many years now, and where are you training now these days?
Nowadays, we moved over to me and my coach and my team. We're training at the UFC gym where I work at in North Richland Hills, and we're utilizing the space there. And we got a lot of guys that that followed us there, that should still train with us, and a lot of newcomers that come in and train with us. But our squad, our team is the same people. We're still putting in work. It's just a different roof, but it's the same squad, same work. It's all good.
Right. Now, do you travel around the DFW area to get some sparring done? I know some fighters do that, and some, fighters that have a big gym, that have those bodies, don't really, go outside their gym. But someone like yourself, with your camp being smaller, do you go outside, your gym to spar other fighters around this area?
Yeah, I have, and I do. A lot of times they'll come train with us at night, because it's late. But if they can come to us, or we can go to them, it all works out. We get our work in. I do.
Right.
Time to come to us.
Now, did you have a good full camp for this fight coming up?
Yeah, I definitely did. I stayed in shape. I kind of learned my lesson because before this Contender fight, I kind of knew that if I ever got the call, it was going to be just the way it happened, last minute. So it was kind of a wake up call for me to get back on the ball. Cause I kind of, I guess you get that guy fell asleep for a little bit. But it's woke me back up, and I stayed consistent. My weight stayed down. I stayed in shape. I was ready. Even though the name of the opponent was last minute, I was ready. I was ready to go. I pretty much had a full camp.
Right. Okay. Well, the guy that you're fighting, his name is Nick Gay. According to SureDog, I'm only going to say according to that because, like I said, records can be different. You know, he's 7-4. What do you know about your guy? Because I took a look at him before, you know, this interview. You know, he's a southpaw. It seems like he likes stand-in. Do you see? Have you looked at any video footage of your opponent?
I saw some. I watched a couple of clips of his fights. I never watched his full fight to the extent. I don't like I don't like watching myself, the fighter. I'll leave that up to my coaches and teammates. I don't want to prepare for a fighter that doesn't exist. You know, he's probably going to come in and fight me a different way than he's fought in those films. So I don't want to fixate on what he was before. You know, I'd rather, you know, have my coaches look at him, figure out his tendencies, figure out what he does, and then I'll adapt my game plan into the fight. You know.
Right. I know a lot of fighters who like for their coaches to view footage.
Yeah.
I'm someone who I don't like looking at footage either, but I know some fighters who are constantly looking at their opponent and, you know, and how they fight. You're absolutely right. How they look in the past may not how they look towards you. Every fight is different, but you can also see some consistency. You know, there may be some things they do in every fight and that you can actually, you know, see, you know, when you're fighting the guy. Is there any reason why you don't like it? You just rather not? Is that just too much, you know, too much focusing on your opponent?
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather, like my coaches will look at it. They'll figure out the tendencies. They'll kind of give me an idea of what to do. But in my head, I want to focus on what I'm going to do. You know, and
right.
Those tendencies, when they're there, when they present themselves, I'll be ready to, you know, to capitalize off of that.
How important is this win? I mean, I hate asking that question because every fight is a win. Every fight is important, you know, but like you said, you want to get that win back, especially from your, you know, previous fight on the Contender Series. You know, getting past Nick and getting this win, how good would that feel?
It would feel good. You know, like my last fight. I mean, obviously the Contender Series win. I didn't get the W. Fight before that didn't go my way either. So I'm looking to get back to a winning streak and kind of re-solidify myself. You know, I think I feel like I'm still one of the best welterweights in Texas, and I want to showcase that. So getting a win is important, but heck, just fighting to the best of my ability is even more important. And I feel like if I do that, then the win will come naturally.
What do you think? Are you a fighter that, you know, like you said, you know, back-to-back losses, and you want to get back to the winning streak? Are you a fighter that does this, like, I want to do something different, and you try to do it different because obviously something's not working? Do you try to find different things to make your ability a lot better?
Oh, of course. I mean, I think a lot of the greats, even like a lot of the greatest fighters, they pick at themselves. Even if they win, sometimes they look at like something they could have done better and try to improve. So yeah, especially lately off my losses, I'm looking at where I can improve and try to get better because, you know, that's what champs do. That's what winners do. Is they critique themselves and they say, I need to fix this, and then they fix it. You know, rather than just thinking, oh, I got it all figured out. When you do that, I believe you hit some kind of wall and you don't grow. And like continuous growth is what I think as a fighter, as a mixed martial artist, you should pursue. Is to always be better and never be that same guy that was before. Like try to evolve for the better. You know?
Right. So do you think your teammates are very important as far as preparing you for this upcoming fight? Do you feel like I need to spar people who are better than me in order for me to get better?
Oh, yeah. That's important. You need to get the work. You need to get the looks. You need to get guys that are, you know, beating you up sometimes in training. You know, you don't want to be the top guy in the gym. You want to be around people who are going to push you, test you, and, like, pretty much force you to improve, to do better. So, yeah, I agree 100%.
Now, who are your sparring partners? Who are you working with right now as far as coaches, your sparring partners who are getting ready for, you know, for this fight coming up?
My longtime partner is Justin. I'll shout him out. That's Justin Patterson. Like I wouldn't be the fighter I am right now. I wouldn't be who I am without him. one of the most well-rounded guys I work with. He knows how to mimic other fighters really well. So just working with him, he gives me looks of what he sees from my opponent, and I adapt. We brought in a couple of other guys. One of my old opponents came and kind of helped me out a little bit for this camp. Andrew Parker. He came and kind of.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
That's a name that's a name I haven't heard in forever, or pretty much he hasn't been in in the MMA scene in a while.
Yeah, he's been wrestling livestock, so he's gotten
Yeah. But he's a great
yeah,
wrestler. Yes, definitely a great wrestler.
Oh, great wrestler. He came in, kind of helped me out a little bit, and just all our guys in our team with Douglas Fry. We push each other, we give each other good looks, and we don't let each other settle. We keep growing, we keep working. So I'm lucky to have all those guys around, and it's been a tough camp.
With this fight camp, do you have sponsors? I mean, man, sponsors are very important for fighters. They help you with paying your coaches and your meal preps and your medicals. And do you have sponsors for this fight?
Yeah. I got one of my main sponsors, Urban Tattoo. They've been riding with me since, man, like I can't even remember. Like they've been with me for like the last 6-7 fights. They always have my back. Obviously with funding, helping me with medicals. Who else? I got my buddy who runs a roofing company, Torres Roofing. He's been a friend of mine forever. I got a guy in Richardson. It's called the Farmhouse out in Richardson. CBD, keeping my body running right. I'm missing one. My management team, obviously, they've been riding with me for the last couple fights. All of them, like they keep me able to do what I need to do, training, on the mat.
Right. Right. Well, Combate Americas, they're here November 1st. It's during the celebration of Dia de los Muertos. Now, do you celebrate that? Are you going to come out with, some kind of mask celebrating that, or does it matter?
Nah, probably not. When I'm that night, I'll be there. Just strictly business. It's about the fight. And, that'll come later. I'll paint my face and do all that stuff later. I'll eat some tamales.
Right. Well, November 1st, everybody, you got to come watch out. How can they get tickets? They still can get tickets. Do they go online? Do they get a hold of you? Where can the fight fans get tickets?
There's online. They got some links. We tried. There's some that we tried that already said that the tickets were sold out. Anybody looking, if they can find some online, make sure you go to the right one. I posted a link on my Facebook page, Victor Reyna, and there should be some there. Or if you want to hit me up personally, I'll give you a link, and you can buy them online.
Now, where can the fight fans follow you if they want to keep up with your fight career? Do you have social media outlets that you can give out?
I got my Facebook page, Victor Reyna, and on Instagram, I am Vic_Bad Dog MMA.
Well, Victor, good luck next week. I will be in the house watching you. You're always fun to watch. November 1st in Garland, Texas. Victor is going to be taking on Nick Gay. So good luck to you next week, Victor.
Thank you, Lisa, and thanks for having me on. Thanks for taking the time to have
me
on.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.